Okay, we're getting ready to fire the 292. Couple things that have been done. We've had the carburetor rebuilt. In order to fire, we've got the positive removed from our coil. We've got the primary wire off. We've got the cap even off of the distributor itself. So we've got all that. Our fuel lines are hooked back up. We're good there. Throttle linkage is on. Go around, we'll double check our battery tender, and it looks like we've got the green light there. So we will want to double check that we have, and even triple check that we have oil pressure before we actually run this. So we'll take this off, set it off to the side. Ensure we don't cook anything. We're going to take the valve cover off. Just make sure we've got oil coming up here to our top end. Alright, now we can see we've got a steady stream of oil coming down. Everything is now getting lubrication, so we're good there. Before we start, we'll need to install our valve cover on the motor, and in order to do that we need to use the gasket. We'll have our retaining nuts and our washers. So to get started, we'll take our valve cover, flip it over. On the inside, we're just going to put a couple of dabs of high temp. Corners are a good place. Take our gasket. It's just a standard cork gasket, nothing special. Manufacturers liked these cork gaskets on these older cars, and they've been working just fine for 70 plus years. So we do this because these old cork gaskets don't have quite the same rigidness as maybe your metal cord, newer like Felpro style gaskets. So then we'll let that set up. Our gasket siliconed into the lid, we'll be able to actually take the valve cover now and we can flip it over without worrying about that flimsy cork gasket falling down into our valve train or becoming misaligned. And we can set that on. And then furthermore, our washers are beveled there, as you can see, to furthermore help align our valve cover where it is supposed to be located. And we just installed both of those gaskets. And now these gaskets have a metal core in the top as you tighten the washers down that prevent it from the nuts from binding the rubber washer. This actual inner piece here is actually I believe copper core inside of those, so you can go to town and tighten, and you don't have to worry about not having a washer under there or anything. The other things that we'll want to be sure we hook up here before we test fire, we'll have to add our positive wire back on our coil here. And of course we'll want to install our distributor cap back on here. Now they make these almost dummy proof. They will align in one direction and one direction only because of this little tab inside of the cap here is going to align with the locator tab on our distributor itself. So once we've found that spot right there, we can install our clips on there, like so, and we can install our primary wire back onto our coil. All right, and that gets us set up for our test fire.